Hello everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Today is my actual birthday. So I am doing a birthday get ready with me. I am so excited today to talk to you about some of the stuff that I got on my face. I decided to do something right up my, well, it's actually not right up my alley. I'm going to be doing a purple eye look today because purple is my favorite color and I figured, hey, it's your birthday. Why not? So we're going to do that. I have no idea how it's going to go, but hopefully you guys will be gentle with me because it's my birthday. Keep that in mind. Again, it's my birthday. So I'm also going to be doing like a pretty heavy eye look. So I'm also going to be putting on some eye masks. And of course, this is my bucket of goodies for the day. If you're interested in anything that I'm putting on my face, it's going to be linked down below as we start to talk about it as well. And if you're out there, please say hello. I would love to chat with you and let me know where you're watching from. So I'm going to start with these little eye masks. I've used them before. They're from Wonder Beauty. These are my favorite ones. They come on this little disc and they're my favorite because they have this like thin gold material and they stick on the eye really, really well. So once they get on there, there's like no taking them off until you want to take them off. You know what I mean? Because like they're not the ones that slide down your face. So not that. So you can see they're this like thin, like gold and like a foil on one side. And then the other one is like almost like a felt. So it's really great. Once you get them on, I'm going to try and do this. So I'm going to look like this for a while. But tonight, it's so funny because even though it's my birthday, I have stuff that's going on. So I have a dance class tonight that I'm taking. And so, yeah, I thought that would be fun. I'm going to be taking a dance class on my birthday. And then I have a conference call a little later on today with some people for an accountability thing. So I was like, okay, well, we're just going to do that and get ready. And it is what it is. I hope you're having a great day out there. If you, like I said, are out there and you want to say hi, please do. Hey, Craig Messine, great to see you. Oh, no, you're good. But thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate that. All right. So one thing I'm also going to be, should I start with my eyes first? I decided to go, like I said, with a purple look because purple is my favorite color. And I'm like, hey, it's your birthday, girl. You do what you want to. So I'm going to give it a shot. I'm not very skilled with makeup. Just putting that out there. So I'm going to be using two different purple palettes and they're both from Anastasia, although technically this one is the Norvina brand, which she kind of did underneath the umbrella of Anastasia Beverly Hills. And then this one is the, when she did Norvina special palette as well. So we've got two purple ones. I'm a little scared. I don't know what's going to happen, but like I said, I was like, hey, it's your birthday. You're going to do purple. So these are the two purple palettes I had, so I decided to go for it. So let me show you what they look like. I'm running out of room on my desk here, so sorry if you hear some little jingles. This is the original Norvina palette, and it looks like this. So it's got lots of pinks and purples in there, which is not that unlike the big palette, which I'm going to be using, which is... I need more room. I'm going to try and move these eye brushes here for a second. I'm going to show you this one, which is the ABH palette that she did like several volumes of these. Do you guys remember these, guys and gals? There were like 6 versions of this, and this was the one that kind of like caught my eye. Oop. You got to open the right side. Okay, but this one is huge. Look at this. Look at this. So it's got some purples, it's got some pinks, but it's got some like weird like orange and blue, like I'm going to be honest, this one intimidates me. I don't know what to do with this, but I figured there'd be a couple extra purples in here to go with the other purple palette, or maybe I just stick with the other. We don't know. We're going to just give it a whirl. But I think I'm trying to decide if I do like this gradient or if I do kind of like this halo eye. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's think about this for a little bit and see if we get inspired. I might even start with one of these kind of like mustard yellow shades and see about laying that down first. And then I might just go in with some of these like sparkly ones. I think that would be pretty. I'm not quite sure. I'm usually not super bold with the eye looks, so this is all a fun game. And then with this one, there are some more neutrals and pinks in here too, so this one seems a little less intimidating. What do we think? I wish you guys were here to tell me what to do. I'm looking though at some of these, like sparkles are so pretty, like this dazzling. I do love this celestial. And then looking over here at some of these, like it's a tough choice. And then there's a really pretty orange in here too, which kind of seems like a duochrome. So I kind of feel like I'm going to start with the little mustard yellow shade in the other palette. I'm just going to use a floofy brush. And so if you have this palette, I'm going to be, not that you're trying to recreate this look, I'm just letting you know. I'm going to use this one down here, this E3 color. And then I'm going to do kind of like a little rainbow above, not all over, just kind of like up in here in like the socket area. But very floofy with this. So let's take a look. Also, I haven't used this much except for once, like with a shimmer, so I don't know what I'm really getting myself into, and I don't know how pigmented it is, so. Just gonna do this guy. Oh, it's coming off kind of orange yellow. So I'm just gonna lightly windshield wiper it over here like this, and do the same on the other side. It's actually darker than I thought it would be. So we'll do this. You guys ever like just stare at a palette and be like, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with you, but I'm scared. I'm scared. But it's like, hey, it's just makeup. It washes off at the end of the day. And sometimes you just gotta take a risk or two. So we're gonna do this. We're not trying to be too precise. It's fine to be messy, totally being messy with it. So, right, we laid down that first color. Now, I'm gonna go in with some sort of dark purple. Yep, we're going to do that. We're going to go in with this one over here. It's called B4, but I'm going to use like a pretty small brush, maybe even almost like a pencil brush, just to be super precise with it. What do we think? Maybe a little less precise. It could be a little bit. So this is going to be the brush that I go with. We're going to give it a shot. I'm scared. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're just do it. Just dive in. Okay. Just gonna go right in on the tip of it there. And then I'm gonna start in the front. Yeah. Not that any of you are out there trying to recreate this look, but if you did, what colors would you choose? Just curious. And for reference, this is what the palette looks like. Let me know which ones you would choose. Whew. Hey, Wade. Thanks for hanging out. I usually don't see you over here. What are you doing over here? Good to see you. We are getting ready. It's my birthday. So we're doing a birthday get ready with me over here. Okay. Kind of laid down some purple there. I feel like purple is one of those, oh, thank you so much. It's been a happy birthday so far. I've got my coffee and I've been hanging out with my puppies and it's been a nice birthday. I think I'm gonna go in with this color right next to it, this B5, and also do a little bit I can't imagine that watching me do my makeup is probably that interesting to you, but just in case, I was like, hey, I'm already doing it. I might as well go live. And if anyone is out there to say hello, then I can talk to someone. So that's the plan anyway. I'm a little afraid. I don't know if it's going to be dark enough on the outside edge, but I'll think about that. I will think about that. So they do have this really dark color, but it looks kind of black. So I wonder if I lay down some of this like darker, like almost magenta plum color and then lay that on, if that might deepen it up a little bit. Oof, these are tough choices, man. I'm going to give it a shot. But again, I'm not a makeup person, so your mileage may vary with your skill level and experience. So this is definitely more like pink. It is pink. Ooh, more pink. Not gonna lie, a little scared of it. I feel like purples is one of those really hard types of combos in makeup eyeshadows to really get right. Like you can tell when they're more patchy and when they're not blending out, and it's a little scary. Oh, you know what? There is a darker purple in that other palette that might work well on the outside edge. So maybe I'll do that. Now that I've just laid out this corner really quick, it's definitely more pink than I want. So instead of darkening with that gray, I'm going to go into the other palette, which is the Norvina by the official Anastasia Beverly Hills. There's that. I'm going to try this one, and then I'm going to darken that, I think. You know, this celestial one is really, really pretty too. I wonder if I can do that or some sort of pink right in the center. So I might do that. So what if I darken with this guy? And even this is way outside of my comfort zone. This is not something I would normally do. But, you know, it's my birthday, so. And what do you do on your birthday? Sometimes you just try and make yourself feel pretty with some of your favorite products. So that's what I'm doing today. Or if it's not at least your favorite products, with your favorite color, since purple is my favorite color. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty scared. I'm scared right now. Because I just don't know what I'm doing. I just don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. Let's see here. How's it looking? It's definitely getting darker. Is it going the right direction, though? I'm not sure. I'm going to do this and even bring it up across the top a little bit. And then I think I'm going to do like that light pink sparkle. That's the current plan anyway. So I'm going to do this. I thought you had to go. Thank you. Sometimes we just have to soldier on even though we're scared. And that's the current state that I'm in. Just like, I have no idea. And if it does go all sideways, I guess I can always just wash it off and start over. But it's just so much effort. So we're going to do this. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, one viewer. Thank you to the one person out there. Making it so I'm not alone on my birthday. I appreciate you for hanging in there. But I figure if I have to do my makeup anyway for my birthday, right? Like I said, I'm just going to go live, and if anyone is out there and wants to hang out with me, that's totally cool. Yes, just like art and drawing, I feel like, right? And that's, we have our brushes and we have our palette and we try and do all the the things. Okay, so I feel like we're on our way to getting kind of the makings of a halo eye, right? And I think I'm going to do almost like a gradient halo eye. So I'm going to do a pink, like a dark pink sparkle. Then I'm going to go with hopefully a very bright pink sparkle in the very center. We're going to see how that goes. Yeah, I think that's the plan. So I'm going to switch back to the palette here. Got to get my nail under there. There we go. I've been very curious about this one, this A1 right here. I'm very curious about that color. But I'm also very curious about this orangey duo. No, I can't. I have no artistic skills. Don't. I can't draw. I can barely. Well, I don't know if I even could draw a straight line with an arrow and a pencil. It's okay. A lot of us have our skills, and for me, art is not one of them. So I'm seeing this, and I'm just like, scared. Just straight up scared. It's okay though. It's okay. We're gonna go with the this color. Like I said, I was kind of drawn to this celestial, and then we'll go with pink on the very center, I think. So we're gonna do this. Start to bring it in. I don't know if it's really showing up the way that I would like. Maybe. Okay, maybe. I know you're good at drawing. So we're going to do this. I'm running out of room to do it in the front, but we're going to give it a shot. We're going to hit it with that pink right in the center. I don't know if you can hear that, but my dog is totally like snoring now. My dog got tired of me trying to blend. So I'm going to do that. But now you can see too, for people who are out there making videos on the interwebs, this is probably why they end up cutting to more of a finished thing, because you don't want to watch someone blend for all this time, right? Like, I get it. It's no fun. It's no fun. All right, let's use a more flat brush like this, and then I'm going to go in there with pink. We need pink. Yeah, cats totally snore. Okay, I'm going to go in with this one called Wild Child. Whew. We blend when painting? Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, I don't know how bright pink this is going to be. Oh, it's pretty bright. You see that little spark of pink? Okay, we're going to do this. It's not as opaque as I thought it was going to be. Jean, hello. Thank you for tuning in to my birthday Get Ready With Me. Thank you so much for being here. Where are you watching from? Please let me know. I'm going to do this. I'm not a makeup artist, but purple is my favorite color. And we're going to try and make something purple happen for, for this look today. That's what we're doing. So I'm going to try my best. But no one come for me because I'm not a makeup artist. So we're going to do that. What do we think? Not bad, right? We got pinks and purples going on. Now I'm going to go in back into that that big one. You like purple? Yeah, it's my favorite color. We're going to go into this A1 hopefully to finish it off, and hopefully it's got a little bright pop right in the center. But if this doesn't work, then I have a highlighter that's kind of pinkish. I'm trying to like match stuff. Yeah, makeup is art. And then not only that, but like sometimes you get in the zone and you're just trying to like, it's just nice to have some quiet focus on yourself time, right? And a lot of people out there are very talented and can do like fantastic looks and stuff. I'm not saying that I'm one of them, but I could see why a lot of people, you know, consider it art. That is definitely not as bright as I was expecting. I was trying to go for like a really molten, but I don't think I brought my setting spray over here to like spray it down to like really get more metallic. So maybe I'll have to go in with the highlighter that I have for later. What do we think though? Not bad. Not bad. It's kind of like purples and pinks. I feel like it's not as gradient as I thought it was going to be. So I feel like I need some more dark purple on the outside. I thought it was going to be darker, right? I thought it was going to be darker. So maybe, do I do that with this? I'm so confused. What do I do? I'm going to marinate on that for a second, but I do want to just put, I thought it was going to be darker. Okay. So maybe I'll come back in here. Since I already have my lightest, I'll kind of start to go gradient again. So I'll go back to this Celestial, which is this guy. And then I'll go to the very, very dark one again after that. So I'm just going to hit this on the borders. Maybe it's the choice of brush too. Maybe I was supposed to choose something a little more densely packed to get more va-va-voom. So we're gonna do this. And then I really want though to hit that outside edge with something dark. It was just supposed to be a little peak of pink, really bright in the center, but it turns out to be like a lot of pink. So I'm gonna go in here with this end one. Ooh, you can't see it. Drama. And see if we just darken it up a little bit more from what it was. And then if that doesn't work, I'm gonna go back in there with that like more almost like black gray. I mean, kind of, I think. It's just funny. I don't go out of my comfort zone though very often for stuff. So it would probably be one of those things like if you did it more often, then you would know exactly what you were getting and what it was going to look like. But if you do a one swipe eyeshadow look most of the time, of course, when you try and do something more complicated, it's going to be like, that's not enough steps. So it's a little darker, right? I think it's a little darker. I'm going to just finish off with that, like, that gray black that's hanging out here. It's kind of like, it's this guy. It's this C3. So I'm just going to use that, but not too densely packed. I'm really going to be my, like, fluffy one like this. And I'm just going to try and stamp it because I have a feeling this one's going to be kind of messy. I just have a feeling. I got a feeling there's going to be some fallout. Oh, don't come for me, like, copyright. Okay, I'm going to do this. Oh, whoa. That got it really dark really fast. That was more than I expected. It turned from now a halo eye into now like a rainbow eye where it's like we've taken a turn. We've taken a turn. It's okay. It's okay. It's all going to be okay. Okay, I'm going to do this. Ooh, goodness. Ooh, goodness. What do you think? Kind of? No. Oh, boy. If I thought it was going to go this off the rails too, I might have even laid down some tape to kind of give myself a little wingy wing or something. Thank you, Jean. Okay. We're just going to go with that. And we're just going to move on to the next steps and then see about revisiting this a little bit later. I don't know what to do with this. It got a little wild. Oh goodness. Excellent. Radiant gradients. Yeah, we'll just move on to the next step, okay? We'll just revisit this in a little bit later. Okay, so I'm gonna take off my little eye bags. You see what I mean though? They like didn't move. These are so good. I love these. We'll go here. Like I said, those are the Wander Beauty eye masks, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. And then I had this little wipey that I was using just a second ago. I'm gonna kind of get my finger in there and then just gonna kind of clean up that edge just a tiny bit so that later when I go in with my eyeliner and everything, just a little bit cleaner of an edge there. So we're just gonna kind of boop, boop. And now we're gonna go ahead and get ready to do the foundation. And I thought today, because I have some stuff later on tonight, and I'm going to be on this like Zoom call in a little bit, I'm going to put on some makeup and do a little mixing because I want my makeup to last for a while. So I've got this little palette mixing plate so that I can kind of pump my foundation onto this and then I can pick up from here. And this one comes with like a little spatula too, which I always found really helpful for like depotting eyeshadows and such. But I'm going to go in here because this particular foundation is pretty dry. This is the Natasha Denona one. It's the Transfer Matte. Because I tend to get a little oily, so later in the day it's going to get a little oil slicky. So I'm going to do some of this, and then I'm going to actually mix it with this little guy. This is the Glow Recipe Plum Plump Hyaluronic Serum, and I'm going to just mix it together so that it has a little bit of extra moisture in it for now so that it spreads evenly. And then I'm going to mix it up, and then I will also be putting on a primer, a pore filling primer. So I'm just going to do like a half a pump. It's not even a full pump, just like a little bit. And then I'm going to use the little mixy end to, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a dot on top of the foundation. So I'm just going to mix it all together on my little plate. And I feel like an artist right here, right? So I'm going to do this. And then just to get rid of what's on this little spatula, I'm going to put it on my forehead because I'm not going to, or some of my cheek area, because that's not where I'm going to be putting the pore filling primer, or on my chin. So we'll just kind of put it here to get it off because the rest of it I'll pick up with the brush. Okay, so I am going to go in with the little pore filling primer here, and this one is from Clarins, and I got this one originally in a BoxyCharm, so I was excited to get that. It kind of reminds me of that Tarte one, the pore filling one, and if you're into like the e.l.f. putty primer, this one is more like a whipped moussey texture, but it's like super slick feeling on your face. So I kind of like that. So it's supposed to fill in and kind of help smooth out. So I'm really just doing it like near my nose and some of the areas where I've got like more large exposed pores that you really see. And I'm just kind of smoothing it in. And I use my finger, or sometimes I'll use like the Tati Beauty, the Blendiful. Ugh. Rest in peace, Tati Beauty. That eyeshadow palette is still one of my favorites. I don't know if you guys ever got to try it, but it's beautiful. And I'm just bummed that it's not going to be a beauty brand anymore to try more things from them. Okay, so I've done that. Now I'm going to go in with a foundation brush, and I've got my little spatula here of my concoction. And I'm going to do a little foundation. So I'll go ahead. I'm going to use this one here for a second. Just going to kind of get it in there, work it into the bristles, and then kind of start painting my face. And like I said, this foundation itself is pretty drying. So that's why I put that squeeze of the Glow Recipe serum in there too. Jean, did I ask you yet? Where are you watching from? I'm coming to you from Seattle. And if you're out there and you want to let me know where you're watching from, please do so. I'm not going to go super heavy right next to my nose and everything where I just set everything down because I'm going to go in with a separate little concealer area. So I don't feel the need to have to do 15 layers over there. I'm going to kind of focus around the outside edge of my face. And one nice thing about not doing your eyebrows first is then I don't have to worry about if I got like makeup in them because I can always, you know, do the powder and do the pencils and everything after I'm done with all of the foundation and not have to like draw around it. So we're doing this. This particular, I will say, foundation, even though I added a little drop of the serum to it, it does dry pretty fast. I've definitely used it with like the Derma E face oil as well. And when you add an oil versus like the serum, then it definitely gives it a little bit longer for it to be a little bit like sticky and tacky. But if you're someone who really enjoys a foundation that dries down really fast, this is a good one, which would be the Natasha Denona one. So I'm going to do that. Just going to do a little bit more on the forehead here. Oh no, I got it in my hair. Of course I did. Of course I did. I got it in my hair. That's the beauty of being live. You get to see it all. You get to see when I put stuff in my hair, when I mess up. It's okay. We'll get it. We'll get it. Okay, so we have that. And then I'm going to go in with a tiny bit of this like stick foundation. But I feel like it's so creamy and it's like it's a little bit lighter right now than a color that I would normally use. Hopefully I have it here. And this one's from Wonder Beauty and it's their stick foundation. I heard they might have been discontinuing this. So if it's still something you want, you should get it before it's gone. But it's super creamy and really easy to blend in. No. So I'm going to do that. Actually, I'm going to go in with a really tiny brush. I'm going to go in with this guy, which I was using a little bit earlier to put on my face day cream. So it still has a little bit of that moisture still hanging out in it. And the day cream that I was using was the Elemis SPF. So Melinda Hall, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. I appreciate you for saying hello. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's going to be a good birthday. I've got a call later today, and then I've got a dance class later tonight that I'll be doing. So, I mean, it's a good way to spend a birthday, right? Dancing with friends. So we'll be doing that. Just going to kind of do this. Thank you so much for saying hello and happy birthday. So I'm going to do this. We were going for this purple pink kind of gradient slash, I don't know, halo eye, because purple is my favorite color. So I was like, let's give it a shot. I am an Aquarius. Oh, are you born on Valentine's Day? Wow. Happy birthday almost to you as well. I'm going to do that. I'm so glad that other people happen to love purple as much as I love purple. It makes me happy. It is the color of royalty. So that's why we were going for a purple eye today. So So we're gonna do this. Did I bring a powder? Hopefully I bring a powder to set everything. Oh goodness, I hope so. All right, so that was the Wonder Beauty stick. Oh, you know what? I think we're gonna do a little contouring today. So we're gonna do some of this stuff, because this is the next cream that we have before it all gets powdered. So this one's from Fenty Beauty, and it's one of their match sticks. I actually had some people, I remember watching some of the reviews and they were saying these were like dry. And I guess I could maybe a little bit see that, but I kind of don't feel like they were. I feel like once they're going, like once they warm up a little bit, they're blend. Or maybe like because I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff on creams and oils right now, it blends in. But I think this is a really pretty color. It's in the color amber. So I think it's nice. And I am going to, what am I going to use? I'll just use my foundation brush because I didn't bring my other brush to mix in stuff. So I go back in with this brush for a second. And we'll do this one by the ears and work forward. Yes, tonight I'm going to be dancing. So I'm going to be setting all of this down with a powder, best believe. And not only that, I tend to get a little oily as the night goes on anyway, as the day goes on. So I chose a matte foundation because I knew with dancing later and me getting oily that it was just gonna probably not last all of that time. So if I started with something dewy, then I was gonna end up like, you know, like just an oil slick anyway at the end of the night. So I was like, I'm not trying to live that life right now. So we're gonna do this. It always freaks me out just a little bit too when you've got like this super dark line of like anything, whether it's bronzer, contour, whatever, down by your chin line, because don't you have those like flash reminiscent memories of like, oh no, your foundation isn't the same color. It's like, which is hard. Okay. I've spent my entire life being like, I can't find the right foundation color anyway. So it's just a lifelong battle. It's a lifelong battle. I hope I'm not alone. Well, some people, no, they're like walk in, get one off the shelf at the drugstore and they're like perfect match. And they're just set to go for the rest of their life. That's never been my journey, man. Never been my journey. All right, so once we're done with all of this, we're going to go in and go into the hairline. We're going to go backwards on purpose, kind of blend this one in. I am envious, and I will say everyone who's been able to find like a perfect match in a foundation, good on you. I'm happy for you. Has never been my thing. It's always been, right? I feel like finding the perfect foundation and the perfect black eyeliner or something is always some of the hardest because you're looking for, some of them are too shiny or some of them are too matte or some of them have the wrong undertone or some of whatever it is. They don't last as long as you need them to, or it's too much coverage or too little coverage or whatever else it is, right? It's just, you're very Goldilocks and you're trying to find one that is just right, and that has always been my predicament. I remember doing an entire series for quite a while. It was just me trying to find the perfect foundation. I just try a new foundation every week as a video. I would go to a makeup counter, you know, and sometimes they would match me, and then you go home in the light of day, that mirror of truth in the car when you flip down that lid and you're like, ooh, girl, no. I even went to, there are certain Lancome counters that will do it. They have this one where they'll basically mix you your perfect foundation. And so they kind of take photos of your skin and they kind of do all that whole thing. But the problem is then when I was like, I still had some like acne and stuff going on. And I was like, yeah, I definitely want, bit more full coverage and I want, you know, like this kind of finish. And then they were like, oh, they went through the whole thing and the color match wasn't so bad. The color match was pretty good, but then it wasn't enough coverage and it didn't have like the right finish. And they're like, yeah, we kind of knew when you were saying what you wanted to, but we still went through the whole process. It's a cool system though, because if you do find one that works, they store your recipe for your color and, which is kind of cool, right? And then you can just go back and order refills. But the foundation is pretty expensive too, because to go through that process and have them match and mix, it's really cool. I think I did a video on it on my beauty channel that I had with my friend. I think we did it. And my friend actually ended up getting one and she liked it. So we have video of like the machine doing it. There's only certain counters that will actually do this. So we had to go to the specific Nordstrom lane comb counter because there's only so many of them in the United States that have this. So there was that. And then I even went to New York to, what's that really big one in New York? It's some really huge store where it's like levels and levels and levels. And they were one of the few places that you could go to the Kevin Kwan counter and they would mix you the sensual skin enhancers in a custom foundation and concealer combo. And I went there and I was having them go through the process, and it turned out it was actually just cheaper for me to buy the 2 colors of the sensual skin enhancer pots that they were mixing together to make it. And when they make it for you, you get less product as well. So I was like, I'll just buy the 2 pots of color and I guess do my own Frankenstein mismatch at home or whatever mixing. And so that's what I did. But that was one of the other places too. So it was such a journey because I went to, maybe it was Bergdorf. Yeah, maybe it was Bergdorf. Thank you so much, Serene. But it was, yeah, it's one of the few places that have this counter for Kevin Kwan. And you go and they mix up a whole thing. And I think it was Bergdorf. I have a video about that one too, about how I tried to get the perfect, like this is all part of the series. I'm telling you, I have had quite the journey with foundations. So it's been a long struggle. Why would you want to do makeup? I need the natural. Like, yeah, I mean, and you know what? Things change. Oh, I never even blended out my nose contour, did I? I've been standing here looking a fool this entire time. I'm sorry. Hope that was fun for y'all. You see this? Just like, yeah. I think it was Bergdorf. Oh my gosh, you're so smart. So yeah, it was so fun though, because you know, getting to their cosmetic counter, you just go down these levels and like every single counter has their own group of people, and it's just so many rows and rows of beautiful things. So Il Makiage, I have tried one of their foundations. I think it was like through a BoxyCharm or Ipsy, and it seemed good, but it wasn't my color because, you know, you don't really get to pick. So it's something that I would go and maybe investigate more. But I also, these days, I have a lot of changing, like, needs, interests, whatever you want to call it, from before. So I used to always, you know, didn't we all, maybe a few years ago, we were all into like that full Instagram, full beat. It seemed like, you know, like full coverage foundation and blah, blah, blah. And now then we went to like a more skin tint and a lot of that stuff type of feel. At least that's how I feel. And so now a lot of the foundations I would have really liked back in the day, I don't really like them as much now. And so it's really trying to figure out, what do I want now? And what do you want? You know that the Notebook, the meme, you know, where they're like, tell me what you want. And she's like, it's not that easy. I've seen so many people do that, but like it says something like, when you're trying to ask your girlfriend or wife, like, where would you like to eat? It's not that easy. And the thing is, a lot of people now aren't wanting to do a full face of makeup. You know, some of us are working from home. We've got a lot more stuff with like masks, and some of us aren't wearing as much makeup as we used to, just because it's like, dude, I'm home, or, you know, I don't feel the need to do as much as I used to. So I totally get that too. And I probably am not wearing, I say that as I've got like all of this on. I'm like, I'm not wearing as much makeup as I used to. Which is true. But also now these days, I'm not always going for the full, I'm not going for the full face anymore. Sometimes I am doing more medium or light type of foundations, or just some concealer, and not worrying as much about the full everything, you know? I don't know. Tell me if that's you too. If you guys are, and guys and gals out there, if your makeup kind of stuff has changed over the last couple of years. You know, it used to be a lot of everything, and now it's like, you know, maybe not as much, or only if I want to, or whatever. where they only did half of her face makeup. I don't know what movie. Wait, what movie is that? Lip gloss? Oh my gosh, right? We miss lip gloss because I feel like underneath masks and stuff, people don't want to do a lot of sticky lip glosses. I get it. So, just going in with this, it's a Bare Minerals kind of thing. I'm sure you could get the same with like a mineral veil, which is, you know, something like that. This just happened to be something that came in like a BoxyCharm from a while back, and it was like this double finishing powder, and there's a matte side and a glow side, and for right now I'm just kind of going in with the matte side, but it's translucent, so you can't really see anything anyway. You stop wearing makeup since yeah, see, exactly. And it's just like, if I'm staying home and, you know, if I don't want to, unless, you know, on Zoom even these days, you can fake makeup. Have you guys seen that? Have you seen it? Where you can add like makeup for low light, touch up my appearance, add lipstick or like eyebrow shape stuff. Like it's amazing now what you can do. It seems like all software based in Zoom. I think I have a hair on my face from a brush, but I can feel it. I feel it coming. There it is. You know, you don't want to go in like with your fingernail and then just like ruin it all. Okay, so I feel like the base is looking okay, right? Don't worry, we're going to go in and finish the under eye and do the eyeliner thing, but we're getting someplace, right? We're going to go in and do a blush, and I'm going to be using this Hourglass Ambient Light one, and I am going to do two, if you guys haven't been here for that. The makeup filters are handy, right? So one is diffused heat. I think one's dim infusion. Is that right? Yeah. So I'm going to go in with like the light one on the apples of my cheeks, and then I'm going to go in with the more intense one on the back side of the cheek. So I think that's what I'll do. Yeah. We've laid out a plan. We're doing it. So I'm going to go in with this guy and this one. I'm really just going to jam the brush in there and kind of go for it. It's kind of that baked and kind of glowy look. Yeah, we'll just kind of brush it over there. Well, and you know what's funny is I think I got the Hourglass one in a BoxyCharm, and then in the Boxy pop-up. I don't know if you are subscribed to BoxyCharm or anything, but sometimes every few months or so they'll do these sales. You know, they call them the Boxy pop-up shop, where they'll have different brands and things like super discounted. So sometimes if I see something, you know, like from a fancy place like Hourglass, sometimes I'll go in and I'll buy a couple, because buying them full price is like, oh, it would hurt. It hurts. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit darker on the back, lighter in the front. These powders are all really, really pretty. Not to say that I haven't. I bought this one Hourglass palette. It was the Ghost one. It's so pretty because it has a little bit of everything. It's got like some finishing powder, some highlighter, some bronzer, some blushes in there. It's really beautiful, and I've been using that for a couple of years, honestly. I don't know if you guys are really into being strict about like how long you keep some of your like powder products, but I feel like powder products, unless it like changes colors, consistency too much or anything like that, I will still use them past their little date. Probably shouldn't say that, but I do. I'm going a little, well, obviously I'm going a lot harder than I normally would because of the fact that tonight, I think they'll be, you know, we'll all be sweating it off when I'm dancing in dance class anyway, but and do all that. Not bad. And then I think we'll go in with a bronzer as well. The tried and true butter bronzer, right? Who else loves the smell of butter bronzer? Is it just me? I mean, I think it smells so good. I've always loved that smell. Can I say though, their packaging always has driven me just a little bit batty because like, raise your hand out there if you're someone who's using the little like weird brush that they give you. I can't be mad anymore. It smells so good. And I feel like their packaging is always just so bulky. It's harder to store it, and it's just, it's bulkier than it needs to be. You know? It's just too bulky sometimes. Now, a liquid product I would definitely pay a little bit closer attention to the expiration dates. And I've definitely, especially like lip products, I've had some lip products where I haven't used them in a long time. I opened them, and there was one time, and I have it in a declutter pile. I have a whole bunch of them, and this is one reason why I want to buy minis a lot of the time now too, especially because I get those like sets. It actually did have mold inside of it. I could see it on the wand. And I was like, wow, like how much money am I wasting because I bought all of these things, I don't use them enough, and then they go bad, obviously. So, I mean, this one had obviously been a long time, but I was just like, wow, you really have to keep a better, not only like inventory of when things are coming in, when they really should probably be leaving your collection, but like stop collecting things just to collect. And I think that's definitely something that has happened to me during all of this lockdown stuff, because I keep getting makeup, whether in subscription boxes or something. And so I stopped subscribing to some of them and being like, girl, you need to stop buying some of this stuff because it's just not necessarily, you have one face, you can't even get through it. So, but I'm definitely a lot more lenient on these expiration date guidelines with powders. Like if a blush is still a blush, you know what I mean? Like I'm still going to use it. Okay, what do we think? Right? We're bronzed. We're blushed. Now we're going to go in and do the highlight because why not? Let's do it. And this is a new one, you guys. I haven't used this one and I saw it and I was like, ooh, I'm so excited for this. This one's from Catrice. And when's the last time you really like, man, Catrice, right? So this one is in the color 20, Supreme Rose Beam. Look at that. So pretty. And then I think I might go in and try and top off that the eye look with it too, right? Highlight, yes. Get it. So I'm going to go in with this little guy, maybe. Is this one? Maybe this brush. Maybe we'll go a little ham. That's okay. Going out, dancing later. Oh, something about a fresh highlight. Look at these little flowers. Are they not like so pretty? Okay, let's do this. I'm going to start not crazy and then just work up the intensity. I don't want to. Oh, shut up. Did you see that? Oh my goodness. At least in the mirror, I was like, oh my gosh. Stop it. Oh my goodness. That is so pretty. And if you don't think it's pretty, I'm just going to be like, oh, obviously something is getting lost in translation through the screen. Because I'm like, oh my goodness. It looks so... Oh my goodness. And it has like a little bit of a rosy gold. So I'm kind of trying to match this pink situation that we've got. And so important, such an important question here. Are y'all out there, if you're still wearing highlight, are you into a tip of the nose highlight? I'm going to come up here too, around the outside edge. Stop it. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay. I am definitely going to go in, just hit it with a beam on the center of the eye and see how it goes. Yep. That's what we needed. Oh yeah. Oh, I don't know if that's coming through, but it's pretty. So pretty. See if we can get it to come through. Stop it. Oh, you went there. Not only the tip of the nose, but the collarbone. I would say neither of those are ones that I typically do. I usually just kind of, and sometimes a little bit up here, but sometimes, actually, maybe I'll do that. I will go right on the inside and hit that edge in the front with something super bright. Oh, I think I need a tinier brush. You can't quite get it, but we'll do that. Okay, now let's do the lower lash line. Do we want something kind of purpley? Yeah, right? Inner eye, yes. Okay. I'm gonna go back to that original Norvina palette. And I think I'm just gonna go in, should I go with Celestial or should I go with Drama? Actually, just to be fun, I might go in with this shimmer. I'm gonna break all the rules. I'm gonna try this Dazzling. I'm just gonna do the whole darn under eye with it. Cause I can. That one was actually really crumbly. Oh shoot, I probably should have tapped it off first. What do we think of that one? No rules, that's right, it's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. So we're just gonna do whatever we want because it's my birthday. Do a lot of this, and then I'll probably deepen it out on the outer edge. Yes, okay. And then we'll go back in with Drama. That just reminds me of like, am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama. Am I? Maybe I am. Okay, what do we think? And then I'm going to go in with like a Best Believe hugely thick dark eyeliner. You can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me what to do. So I'm going to go in here with that dark gray color and then kind of just deepen out that outer edge. Like I said, the eye look kind of got away from me, but you know what? We're going to go with it. We're just going to pretend it was like part of the plan all along, even though it was not. Obviously it was not. And then I think I'm going to use this dark color to kind of start where I'm going to put my eyeliner wing. What do you think of that one? Yeah, we're going for it. It's okay. We're going to get messy. We're just going to get messy with it. Maybe I'll have to clean it up with a Q-tip later. We don't know. Oh yeah, it went a little sideways, but it's okay. That's okay. Should probably wait till the very end because I'm sure I'm not done yet messing it up. All right, now I'm gonna go in with a liquid liner. I think I brought one over from Wander Beauty, so I'm gonna use that. And then lastly, we'll do the eyebrows, right? I feel like the eyebrows really kind of sometimes make or break the show, which is funny because I always hate doing eyebrows. That's probably because I'm so bad at it. So there's that. All right. I'm gonna try and prop this mirror up so we've got something to look at. Sorry if I can't see you for a second. I'm gonna give this a shot. This is the Highline from Wander Beauty. It's a felt tip, so hold your breath for me, y'all. Cross your fingers. Trying to do your eyeliner live is just terrifying. One sneeze away from just starting all over. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Oh, Oh no. Already. We're not starting off on the right foot. We're just going to go thicker than we wanted. But it's my birthday, so I can do that. Today, that's just going to be the line. It's my birthday. I can do that. If you were holding your breath for me, you can take a breath. I mean, I don't want anyone passing out. So. But now you guys know what I'm doing for my birthday tonight. What are y'all doing today to celebrate my birthday? Oh no, did you see that? Shoot. Obviously not for celebrating my birthday. I just meant, what are you doing today? Oops, I just dropped it. I just dropped it. And anyone who wants to try and come for me in the comments, I never said I was a makeup guru, just a makeup enthusiast. Trying my best, just like everybody else. We're going to touch that up a little bit. May have to go in there with a little concealer and clean up that edge. But what do we think? Not bad. I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad. We're going to go in. We're going to do our eyebrows. This could be more controversial. Excuse me. Some people do brow gel at the very end. Some people do it like in the beginning. Sometimes I do it in the beginning because if you do that, then I feel like you have something for the powder to hold on to once this like dries down. Let me know if you're a gel first or gel later type. There's no wrong answers. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. I'm going to go in with the Benefit. So we're just going to do that. Brows is one of my least favorite parts of doing makeup. Raise your hand out there if you're with me. I feel like brows, man. It was all downhill for me once we figured out that like the Instagram brow and everything was like the cool hip thing. I didn't have a lot of brow hair to start with, and then all of a sudden we had to be like, brows on fleek. That was just not for me. Also, if you do your brows, are you a bottom first, do the line below, all that kind of stuff? Do you have like a specific order that you do your brows? Sometimes I'm pretty sloppy, and I think some people are like, no, that's not their way. I know, it's probably not the most fun watching someone else do their brows. I've said that before. I'll say it again. Okay, now if you missed any of this live as well, and you're curious about any of the products, I always link them down below, or I will. And then I always will take a photo of myself in the finished look and then post it and put it as a shoppable image on my Instagram and on my Amazon store. So you can always check it out if it's anything that interests you. There's that. What do we think? Not bad. Isn't that great? We're going to spray it down. Oh, we got to do a lip. Got to do a lip. Did I bring a lip over? Where's my buxom? Oh no, y'all. I just put that makeup palette all on the bottom of that makeup palette. It's all dirty now. Okay, well, I had planned to use my buxom, but I don't see it. So I'm gonna look for my chapstick, which I also don't see. No, where is everything? Where is everything? Okay, well, this is almost all of the finished look. I'm gonna go find my lipstick and put it on and then take a photo of the finished look. So if there's anything that interests you, there you go. You'll see all of that information. At least there's a lip oil I can put on before I do that. There's that. Okay. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me on my birthday. I appreciate each and every one of you. And for anyone who said happy birthday, I appreciate you as well for that. So I hope you have a great one. I will see you in a video very, very soon. Bye.